to start with something that has become, since Sunday, and predictably, the biggest conversation around the NFL this week, and that is the Tush push, right? The rhetoric about the Tush push and Dean Blandino's whining. Jordan Mailata yesterday, well, you hear what he had to say with the afternoon show about his feelings on it and how everyone was talking about it. You know, it's every talk show in America, every national show in America is out to get the Tush push again. And it started with Blandino, it started with Brady on the game on Sunday. And by the way, that game on Sunday broke the record for the most viewers ever for a September or October NFL game. So tons of eyeballs on this game, and everyone's out to get the Philadelphia Eagles again. And Hugh, today I wake up proud. Like, I'm proud of this from our perspective. Everyone is mad again because they can't stop this play. Everyone is mad again because the Eagles have the most efficient play in pro football. And every time I hear one of these, whoever they are, whether it's Schefter or Blandino or any talk show host anywhere complaining about it, or coach or player complaining about it, I'm like, this is awesome. I am proud of this, that the Eagles have created this play that, once again, wasn't banned, is legal, nobody could stop, and they ran it 7 times on Sunday, and they won a football game in Kansas City. I'm proud of this. I am proud that everyone out there continues to whine because they can't stop the Tush push. Hugh, what's your feeling on all this? Like, do you have a sense of pride, or are you kind of annoyed that no one will stop complaining and moping about the Tush push?
I'm annoyed that they won't stop talking about it, but I understand why. Because it was on full display Sunday when you talk about the fact that those plays probably changed the outcome of the game. And listen to me when I say it, folks. It's like you kept drives alive. That game was tightly contested. The turnover for the Chiefs changed that game. They were going in to score. It's a good possibility that we might be having a whole different conversation this week if they go in for that score. So I see why people are complaining about it, because when you look at that game, especially the bettors, Joe, and I'm not against the Tush push, but I understand the logic behind people's frustration with it. You know, it wasn't banned. We had a big thing in the offseason. You know, Jason Kelce came in there and gave a compelling argument why the Tush push should stay, and everybody voted to keep the Tush push. But Sunday, you kind of spit in everybody's face.
Good, especially in front of Goodell. An enemy of the Tush push. Good.
It was, you ran it 7 times.
Yep.
In 7 key moments where one would say that if the Tush push wasn't in the game, you turn the ball over, you give Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs a chance not to go 0-3. You know what I mean? So that's how they're looking at it. Now, I'm all for finding a glitch in the matrix to exploit a cheat code or something like that, but I can see why people are upset about it.
Yes, you know what? I understand your annoyance with the reaction, but I don't like that you're empathizing with the enemy. I don't care. And you mentioned the bettors.
It's called growth.
No, it's not growth. You're going backwards. In terms of empathizing with bettors that bet on the Chiefs or whatever, this is baked in. You got to know the Eagles run this play. It's part of their repertoire, and they should use it the entire season. They should use it every single time it comes to the point where they have a 3rd or 4th and 1, because they have created the best and most efficient short yardage play in the history of pro football. That's what they've created here. And whether or not it is aesthetically pleasing, I don't care. We did this in the entire offseason. Every time I hear Rich Eisen, or I hear, Mike Greenberg said the play's an abomination. Dude, shut up. Like, to me, it just makes me more proud of what the Eagles have created, and the fact that this is bothering everyone. Number one, did they not realize the vote went through? Like, this is legal. So what did you expect? They're going to run it. They have the offensive line to run it. They have the quarterback to run it. They have the pushers. They got it all. They're going to run it again. I'm not annoyed by it. I am proud that the Philadelphia Eagles have done this to the rest of the league and continue to do it to the rest of the league. 215-592-9494. And Hugh, if people are annoyed now, they better get ready to be annoyed the entire season, because they're not going to stop doing it. We have all these enemies of the Tush push. We have to shove it down their throat, starting with McVay this weekend. We get to go to Green Bay. Remember, Green Bay was the team and the franchise that was pushing the most to get rid of this. We get to go to Green Bay in November. We might see Green Bay again in January. Hugh, we're going to run this over and over and over this season, to the point where they probably are going to ban it after the year.
Yeah. Because I think people were sick of it this weekend. I can hear people groaning and moaning. Oh my God, I can't believe they're running that play.
Good.
It was a lot. It was, and I think the biggest argument that people are going to have is the fact that there was no strategy involved.
Well, there is strategy to the play.
Well, to the naked eye, I think people are going to feel like, when you talk about you just lining up and, the quarterback's doing this, that, and the third, because most people don't understand it.
Well, to me, the strategy is the plays to get to 3rd and 1, right? Like you run an underneath route to get 8 yards because you've got that in your back pocket.
I feel like you feel that way because we're here in Philly. I think the reality is when people see it, it's a get out of jail free card. You know what I mean? I feel like that when people outside of Philadelphia see it, they look at it as a play where, okay, you couldn't get it done on 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, so you got this play in your back pocket that they can't stop.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that. So I see the frustration with it. I do.
Yeah, I don't love this. It happened on Monday, but now we're on a Wednesday, and I'm still hearing Hugh empathize with the enemy. So there's a lot of...
No, I just try to see it from both sides.
No, I see it from my side. That's the only side I care about. 215-592-9494. All right, where do you come down on all this? It's been nonstop for 3 days. A tush-push rhetoric. Can we hear from Adam Schefter? Listen to this crap on Monday. Adam Schefter's supposed to know more than anyone about the league happenings. He didn't even get the right month in his rant here. Here's Schefter on Monday about Eagles-Chiefs this past weekend.
The biggest thing here to me is that this game was lost in March. This game was lost when the NFL owners refused to ban the tush push from happening. It wasn't lost yesterday. It was lost in March. And there might be a lot of games that the Eagles play that are lost in March.
All right, so 2 things there. Number one, Adam Schefter, the vote came down in May. I mean, I know we all misspeak sometimes, but come on, you got to know that. The vote came down in May, not March. Second, the Chiefs threw an interception in their own in the red zone, in the Eagles' red zone. They were going in for a touchdown to take the lead. They threw an interception. Had nothing to do with tush push. Mm-hmm. The idea that the game was lost because of the tush push, the Chiefs turned the ball over in the red zone. See, that's why they lost the game.
And that's how we see it.
No, but that's the truth.
No, Joe, I'm not. See, you being defensive.
Well, because
I'm not arguing.
You know what? I'm not annoyed at the reaction. I'm annoyed at you.
I know you are. But here's the thing, and here's how people look at it. Because I'm trying to look at it from their perspective and understand why they're upset. It's because you're right. I'm watching that game, and as soon as that interception happened, I was like, that's the turning point of the game.
Of course.
But for other people, it's not. That's why you have to, sometimes you got to step back and you have to look at the reaction that people have when certain things happen. There was and this plays into the reason why people feel that they feel the way they feel. The Kansas City Chiefs sent out a cryptic tweet the other night, and they said something to the effect that they held the Eagles to their lowest point differential in 2 years or something like that.
Loser energy.
But their point in that tweet was that if they wouldn't have done that tush push, we probably could have won that game.
Sounds like loser talk.
Well, I'm not saying it's not. Yeah. I'm not saying it's not. But they're trying to build their case. Right now to ban the tush push.
Yeah, I know.
And then you got all these other cats that have played football that are going out of their way to talk negatively about a play that, in the league, it's a copycat league. If you can do it, you try to do it.
I agree.
Most teams can't do it. So now, since you can't emulate it, you just want to get rid of it altogether.
Well, because they're babies about it. I'm proud of this. I'm proud that the Eagles have made the NFL. Like the fact that everyone is pulling their hair out over play that we knew was legal the entire time this season is wild to me, and I'm proud of it. 215-592-9494. Run it again. Run it up. Run it. Do it to McVay. I can't believe the empathy for the enemy that I got here with Hugh Douglas. Kyle, what are you feeling this morning? Are you more annoyed at the reaction or proud that the Eagles have created this that gets everyone losing their mind?
So it's me, you, and every other Eagles fan against the world and Hugh Douglas.
Yes, we're at today. Us against the world and Hugh.
Hey, I got a big old show.
I kind of like it. I kind of like being the one team or the one fan base that everybody hates.
Yep.
This is our thing. And, I mean, look, the best part about it is there's nothing anybody can do about it this year.
Nope.
Like this entire time. So it's going to be, whether we're running it into the ground and it's gone next year, I don't care. But we made the list in the offseason of all the enemies of the tush push, and we're keeping track.
And today we had Hugh.
We're crossing names off the list. And Hugh Douglas will be crossed off eventually when we take him down.
You guys are ridiculous.
You've become a kind of de facto enemy of the Tush Push.
You guys
Because you're worried about what enemies are thinking.
I am not worried about what anybody's
You're
thinking.
either with us or you're against us. That's the bottom line.
I've heard that before.
You're with us or you're against us.
My job is to sit here and give you my perspective.
Yeah.
And I'm giving you my perspective on this.
I know.
I never said I was against it, but I understand why people are upset with it.
What do the kids say? They say stay on that
Stay
side.
on that
You
side.
stay on
Yeah,
that
stay
side.
on that side.